Hi everyone. In November last year, I got selected for this 10th annual Leadership in Mental Health program, which is a huge opportunity for mental health professionals all over the world to expand their knowledge of mental health in low resource settings. And a big opportunity for someone like me to be part of this global mental health network, comprising of experts from different parts of the world, from Liberia, Cambodia, Jordan, USA, UK, Afghanistan, and so on. So Professor Sir Graham Thornycroft from the King's College of London, who is also one of the founding members of the Global Movement for Mental Health, was one of the guest speakers at the leadership program. And I was fortunate enough to catch hold of him for a brief interview on the stigma and the challenges around mental health. And here's what he had to say.
Hello, my name's Graham Thornycroft and I work at King's College London in global mental health. What is the biggest challenge facing us today in global mental health? Well, I would say it's this. It's the problem of stigma and the problem of discrimination. That means ways in which people all over the world are excluded from the mainstream of society, excluded from full citizenship. Why do I say this? Why do I say that stigma is such a huge barrier globally against people with mental illness? For these reasons. First of all, we know that across the world, the large majority of people who have a mental health problem receive no treatment. In Europe, 3/4 receive no treatment. In low-income countries, over 90% receive no treatment. The second reason is why we allow people who have mental health problems to have most of their physical needs unmet. We know that across the whole spectrum of people with mental illness in the world, those people die 10 years earlier than everybody else. If we take people with severe mental illnesses, for example psychosis, we know that those people die 20 years younger than everybody else. This is a scandal. And this is another aspect of how we neglect, of how we systematically disregard the needs of people with mental ill health. What can we do? In fact, we now have an increasingly strong evidence base that we know how to reduce stigma and how to reduce discrimination, which is by methods of social contact, bringing people together, people who have experience of mental ill health and other people, either directly or indirectly, for example through films, indirectly, for example through social media. And that contact, time and again, has been shown to reduce stigma and reduce discrimination. But short-term interventions don't work. We have to take a long-term commitment to drive down stigma, to melt it away, and promote social inclusion and to promote full citizenship for everybody with current or with previous experience of mental ill health.
So what do you think about a small initiative like this, the project MXM, or do you think it's going to help people in any way? And do you think youngsters like us should come forward and share our personal experiences?
So for reducing stigma, if contact between people with and without experience of mental illness is so important, how do we amplify that? How do we magnify that? Well, it depends upon people talking about their own experiences. It depends upon disclosure. So Project MSM is very important. Sharing experiences, sharing stories, because shared stories help recovery.
After talking to him, I feel that the Project MXM is a step in the right direction, and I really hope that it encourages you to break your silence and seek help.